So here we go, 5 p.m. and we are live in front of Eden Gardens. Breaking news, our two reporters have been here since 9 a.m. in the morning. First for South African practice and then for Indian practice. The Indian team bus left about 10 minutes back and it's cleared up a little bit. Breaking news from Gargi and Debashish, what's going on? Nitish Reddy gone.
Nitish Kumar Reddy has been released from the squad. I was not expecting him to be released from the squad. This is the last thing I expected. We all knew that if Dhruv Jurel is coming into the team, it was always going to be Nitish Kumar Reddy who would have had to sacrifice his place. But him being released from the squad tells you just how serious the management is about getting Dhruv Jurel in that playing 11. It's a bit surprising for me personally because looking at the way that Gautam Gambhir spoke about Nitish Kumar Reddy during that India-West Indies test series, and especially after they had won that series, Gautam Gambhir came out in the press conference and spoke extensively about Nitish Kumar Reddy, which is why it's so surprising for me that he wasn't even in the squad, that he's been completely released from the squad. He'll fly back now?
But isn't that right? Because I understand where Gargi is coming from, that you've released him. But if you have made up your mind not to play someone, domestic cricket is going on, Ranji Trophy is going on. Why not give the guy, rather than carrying drinks for 5 days, give him a go so that he can play some domestic cricket? Your thoughts?
At least BCCI has taken a leave out of Cricket Australia, because if you are not part of an Australian test squad, then
you go
and play Sheffield Shield. Means England also it happens. Means CAB will be disappointed because they have hoped that Akashdeep is also released, because tomorrow Bengal plays Assam in the Ranji Trophy fixture. So in all probability he might not feature in the test playing 11.
But he's in the reckoning, so you can't let him go.
Yes, but for Nitish Reddy, it's already Bryant and Daskate has confirmed that he is not going to be part of the playing 11. So Dhruv Jurel comes in. So I think it's a very good call, very good move from the part of the team management to release him. Maybe go and play if he gets an opportunity for the second test match in Guwahati.
Yeah, he'll be
ideal
ready.
Preparations for him.
Correct. So that's the point that we were trying to make, that BCCI taking a proactive call there, that okay, this guy is not part of the first test scheme of things, so let him go and play domestic cricket. Now, based on the practice that they have seen today, based on all of the updates that they have seen today, what are these two thinking? What is the likely 11? Let's ask them both, because clearly now we have a sense that what is India going with. The Nitish Reddy, Dhruv Jurel part is done. Gargi Raut, you're playing 11.
I think this Nitish Kumar Reddy move seals the playing 11 for me. Ryan and Doshkate in the morning in that press conference spoke about, playing 3 spinners. He also confirmed in the morning itself that it would be Dhruv Jurel who would be coming into the playing 11. And now that Nitish Kumar Reddy has been released, it seals everything. If I were to name my playing 11, KL Rahul, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Sai Sudarshan at number 3, Shubman Gill, Rishabh Pant, then Washington Sundar, Ravindra Jadeja, Dhruv Jurel before Washington and Ravindra Jadeja, and then your 2 pacers and 3 spinners, who is Kuldeep Yadav, Washington Sundar and Ravindra Jadeja. So there you go. That's your team.
For me, I think Akshar Patel will get the nod ahead of Kuldeep.
So you mean Ravindra Jadeja and Akshar Patel?
I think means myself and Shubhayan were chatting and both believe that in order to strengthen the batting, I think Akshar Patel.
But he will come at 9. Dhruv Jurel is an out-and-out batter.
Ideally, I have also tweeted, someone commented that is it not fair for Kuldeep to play? I immediately tweeted that yes, ideally Kuldeep Yadav should have got in the playing 11, given that how he performed against West Indies.
Mike?
How he played against West Indies.
But basically it's Nitish Reddy. God.
But for me, the 3 spinners will be Ravindra Jadeja, Washington Sundar. Those are 2 certainties. Third spinner, it will be choice between Kuldeep Yadav and Akshar Patel.
That's a surprising call. I was not expecting you to say that, because in the morning, I was also thinking along the very same lines, and the show that we did at 3 p.m, I also said Akshar Patel, Ravindra Jadeja and Washington Sundar, but then it does not click, because if you're getting a Dhruv Jurel, you're getting a pure batter at number 5. So, number 6. So, why do you need an extra batter at number 9 is something I won't
6
understand.
plus you have a Washington Sundar and a Ravindra Jadeja who have scored hundreds in England. So, you've got people who've scored hundreds at number 8. And if you're playing at home, You're not playing away. So if you don't give Kuldeep Yadav after that and you play Akshar Patel at 9, I don't see that.
One more point here. In the net sessions, in the practice session, Kuldeep Yadav batted today. So
Kuldeep Yadav will play is my assumption.
Yeah.
Devashish Sen says, we've got to, this is an interesting one. My hand is up for Kuldeep Yadav at 9, Mohammad Siraj at 10, Jasprit Bumrah at 11. Devashish Sen says Akshar Patel a possibility. Gargi says Kuldeep. So honestly, I will be very, very surprised. It will be a defensive move on the part of India if they go in with Akshar Patel, Ravindra Jadeja, Washington Sundar as the three all-rounders, plus Dhruv Jurel as a specialist batter. As far as the pitch is concerned, there was quite a bit of drama. Devashish Sen even did a story in Bangla. Devashish, you first and Gargi. What exactly transpired? Tell us.
In fact, both me and Gargi did a story on the pitch drama. Yes, and it's something. It gets a bit baffling because why are they so obsessed about the wicket? Means obviously it's the same strip that both the teams will be using. We saw multiple times the team management having a word with the CEB curator Sujan Mukherjee and joined by the BCCI curators Tapas Chatterjee and Ashish Bhomik. There is the picture Shubman Gill having a word with Sujan Mukherjee and one of the BCCI curators. Anil, if you can
थोड़ा पीछे जाओ.
just the clip that you showed earlier. Yeah, this is the one.
नहीं वो करेंगे.
Anyway, so I think Buryada, I think it is obviously, and that's Temba Babuma for you having a look at the wicket. In fact, both the captains, it was good to see. Yeah, that there you see Tapas Chatterjee, Sujan Mukherjee, and Shubman Gill. So Indian captain, it was just as the team arrived for the practice session. After having a few words, then Shubman Gill goes and joins the team. Then the entire support staff, Moni Morkel, Sitangshu Kotak, Ryan Dashkate and Gautam Gambhir, all four of them walks onto the wicket and they inspect the wicket. And there was a particular bit of concern from both ends, the high court end and the clubhouse end, as to the bowler's footmark area. So popping crease rather. So there were a bit cracks and they were, I think what we felt that, yeah, that's the picture. Yeah. So what we felt that they might be saying how big the crack will open up. Given that day 3, day 4, day 5, we expect here at Eden Gardens to turn to help the spinners, but how big the crack will be, that will decide on the final playing 11, Gargi. So I think that they were a bit concerned. And this, as you can see, all four of them having an intensive look at the wicket. But as both the coaches, the South African head coach, Shukri Conrad, he also said that he feels that it's going to be a very, very sporting wicket, with the first couple of days favoring the fast bowlers, and the remaining 3 days as the match goes on, it will end up helping the spinners.
Devashish, the last point that you brought up is exactly why I think Kuldeep Yadav should make it into the team. Look, we've seen that green tinge on the wicket. We know, we have spoken to Shujan as well day before yesterday, and he said that he's not going to touch that grass. He's not going to shave it off any further. So we know the first 2 days are going to be crucial for the fast bowlers. In fact, the first session will be very, very important. Early, you know, it's very pleasant here in Kolkata. It will help with the swing and the seam. So which is precisely why I think a Kuldeep Yadav, who does not need the support of a surface, needs to be brought in to get the breakthrough. That's what I think it is.
First couple of days, you will have to have an outright. You will have an outright match winner in Kuldeep Yadav who can make a difference. I think playing Akshar Patel, Ravi Jadeja and Washington Sundar would be a defensive call. That's why I said at home, if you're not playing an out-and-out match winner in Kuldeep Yadav, it would be a bit baffling. So that's the point that I was trying to make, that, you know, first couple of days when there is not so much assistance, Rank Turner, Akshar Patel can anyway walk in.
Play all three of them.
Play it, because Kuldeep Yadav will become redundant, because, you know, you have seen what Mitch Santner and Ajaz Patel can do. But on a good deck, this will be a good deck, not a Rank Turner. I think Kuldeep Yadav will have a big role to play. But your thoughts on the wicket? Both of you have spoken about the wicket. Will there be any change tomorrow? There's so much of, you know, will Shujan the water, you know, not water it, take the grass off, anything like that?
I think there won't be a huge change. I think more or less it's
what you've seen is already.
Yeah.
He will water it a little. That's what I think.
He will water it a little bit, not but dry.
Not too much.
because he will be concerned because he don't want the
You
wicket.
want a 5-day match.
That's what the crowd will have paid for.
Exactly.
We want a proper match that goes on till a fifth, and that has always been the case, except for that ping ball test, which finished off in 2 days.
Yes, exactly. I think they will water it a little bit. I think that's what the management will want as well because no worries, Jao, Jao. Because you also want the match to go down to all 5 days. Now, largely depends on how the game pans out, but at the same time, as much as you can preserve the wicket.
I don't think he will change much.
No, no.
But he's already said that he wanted India to get some assistance, which is what he's tried. I think he's done his job, and we have to see what transpires. During the day, both of you have been here. What is the ticket craze like? Because I am told by very strong CAB sources that now they will sell complimentary tickets. The demand is that high.
Wow.
That they've sold all the tickets for
Available.
public. The complimentary tickets that generally are given away, they will now sell those also because there is that much more demand. They want more public to come.
I would better ask them not to sell
Because yes,
because
what we saw in the
because I
morning.
have to get the complimentary tickets. I cannot buy it. I immediately have to go after this live. I have to go and tell them keep a few aside.
For Devashish said,
And not for me, means obviously, but how can you sell the complimentary ticket? Those are clearly written not for sale. That's the reason I asked Boriada twice. What? Complimentary tickets going for sale?
That's the kind of craze. You know what? It's heartwarming. That's what you want.
always expect
You-
this kind of-
but are you seeing that kind of demand? I mean, you've sensed
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, look at the kind of. You don't have to be outside to understand the craze of Test cricket right now in Eden Gardens. You have to sit somewhere around here, and as soon as the players, even a glimpse of any player walking by or something, the crowd will go wild. You can see that there are actually still people outside who think that maybe 1 or 2 players will walk by or something like that will happen. But throughout the day, from 8 to 9 a.m., there will be people outside. Devashish can attest to that. I will attest to that. That throughout the day, there are people there. Whenever I come out for shows, everyone asks me, where is the
I can
team?
guarantee you tomorrow,
Yeah.
when at 9 a.m. the Indian team turns up for their practice session, there will be a huge number of fans who.
ठीक है.
Gussa
Oh,
ho gaya,
Indian
gussa
fan.
ho gaya. This is like
Anyway, but obviously, but Boriada, let me just ask you: don't you think that this kind of marquee series there needs to be at least 3 test matches? Because what is more disappointing is none from the South African local media is turning up in India to witness these 2 test matches, and that is because I was having a word with
Very shocking.
Lucy Devi, the South African media manager. I had a long chat, and she was also quite disappointed. But none from the South African media is turning up to cover this test match.
Before you answer that, if I was put responsible for this, every test series would be a 5-match test series.
She's trying to give a hint. Do you understand that or not?
No. I'm just saying.
Got it.
You got it, right?
Yeah. You
So
should
you-
get that in.
So you can clearly understand where she's headed. And like you said, had this been reverse, 2 test matches, South Africans are not coming. Had it been 2 test matches, India
South
going to South Africa, she's giving you the hint.
You may
Send me to South
be
Africa.
biggest supporter of test cricket.
But yeah, obviously,
But it should be done. I mean, test cricket must be covered. This kind of a match, if people don't cover, then what are we doing?
Exactly.
I mean, what are we doing? I mean, if we are covering ODI cricket, if we are covering T20 cricket and we are not covering a WTC match between the reigning champions and perhaps the second best team alongside Australia, then what are we doing?
and
What
more so, Sukri Conrad, the South African head coach, he actually
said,
said that he reckons the World Test Championship final. He related that this series against
is
India
as
is,
big, if not bigger.
if not bigger. So that's a big statement coming from the South African head coach.
Yeah, I saw that PC. In fact, I was seeing the tweets that you all have put out from the Rev Sports handle that he says WTC was big, the final was big, but this is as big. And he said that in his 20 years,
Yes.
he has said that this is the toughest assignment of all.
Wow.
Playing India in India. And he said no comparison of any spinner with the Indian spinners. So basically he means Pakistan, because the previous series was
Yes.
Pakistan. So this is a different challenge as far as the South Africans are concerned. So massive, massive opportunity also for India. But here, unlike in England, the pressure is on India to win.
Oh, agreed.
Anything else and it's not,
Agreed, agreed.
India has to win. Gill has to win this game, Gandhi.
100% after that New Zealand series, unfortunately, it will be brought up every single time as long as that public memory lives of that horrendous tour that India had at home, horrendous series that India had at home against New Zealand. It will be brought up over and over again. Pressure is on India. I think India's series to lose this one because
India will feel confident. I won't say India will be under pressure.
yeah. But before I get to that, one point that I wanted to brought, or rather you answer it, then I'll talk about it.
And also when you're answering, what will be the South African 11? Will they play three spinners?
I have the South African 11. Means obviously I'll just
say it?
Yeah.
I'll just see it and I'll just say I have the playing 11 with me.
Give us the South African 11.
You
also.
just go on. I'll just say it in a few minutes.
No, but by the time he finds it, I want to bring up a point here because we did not really talk about the practice session that happened today. One thing that stood out for me, apart from the conversations with the pitch curator and all of that, Rishabh Pant is looking so much fitter, so much leaner. Here's the playing 11. Kidhar hai? Aiden Markram, Ryan Rickleton, D. Zorzi or Tristan Stubbs, Temba Bavuma, Deval Brevis. How do you?
Kyle Virane.
Virane.
Yeah.
Yes. Muthusamy, Harmer, Jansen, Rabada, and Keshav Maharaj.
So, but
Kylie Verena.
yeah, Virana, and so actually Rickleton too can keep wickets, but it's going to be Virana who's going to keep for South Africa.
Priyanshu says, Mama, I have the South African 11. Let's travel swag.
I don't know who this could be.
Brilliant.
But Bodhida, let me ask you, do you reckon that South Africa will go in with three spinners?
That is precisely the reason I asked you.
Last time they played against Pakistan, they went in with three spinners in Simon Harmer, Muthuswamy and Keshav Maharaj.
Correct.
Exactly.
And they are good spinners. Simon Harmer, Muthuswamy and Keshav Maharaj are wily. And we have seen on a ranked turner what Mitchell Santner and Ajaz Patel did to our lineup.
Yeah.
Yes, you will say this is now a better lineup. You will say some of the players have for example, will be better players of spin. You will say all of that. Having said that, you don't need a ranked turner in India. You need a good deck. This Indian bowling attack is good enough on a good deck to beat South Africa. Look, if I say on a good deck, the Indian prowess against South African spin and South African prowess against Indian spin, I will say India ahead.
Yeah,
but the moment you say ranked turner, that gap neutralizes.
Exactly.
Kuldeep Yadav's X factor gets neutralized if you prepare a ranked turner.
Absolutely.
Ravindra Jadeja's guile on day 4, day 5 gets neutralized if you prepare a turner. Washington Sundar, that win using the drift in Kolkata, 100% after tee, he will get that drift. That drift gets neutralized if you prepare a ranked turner. So India anyway has quality. South African spinners might be decent. This is not a deck that they will know. Kuldeep Yadav has played for Kolkata Knight Rider. Ravindra Jadeja knows this every year. He plays the IPL. Eden Gardens, Gautam Gambhir KKR, Shubman Gill KKR. They will know these conditions really, really well. So if you do not play to your strength and prepare a good deck and then roll South Africa over, then what are you doing?
Yeah.
Think of the 2010 test. South Africa versus India. They were 218 for 1 South Africa. 218 for 1. I remember sitting in the press box and tearing my hair off saying what's happening here. Hashim Amla 100, Alvino Peterson 100, and all of a sudden Zach 4, Bhajju 3, South Africa 296 all out. India scored 640, game done. I have a story here. Give me 1 minute.
Yeah.
Last day, what happens? Match was going down to the wire. India's current bowling coach, Mone Mokel, was South Africa's number 11.
Oh.
Mone played for 76 minutes, 60 balls. And that last partnership, Hashim not out 123 and Mone. India is not able to pick the wicket. We are doing everything. Somebody's smoking, somebody's chairs, somebody going to the loo, somebody, you know all the superstition. So the television channel I had a contract with, they are continuously calling me and saying, Boryada, wicket kyun nahi gir raha hai, wicket kyun nahi gir raha hai. And India had to win that match to retain the number 1 ranking. So everything was at stake. South Africa had won the first test of the series. Dale Steyn 7 for 51. So they had kept me on the call patched to the studio. Their thought was the moment the wicket falls, this guy will scream. So that delay of 7 seconds, they will not have to wait for the signal. I will scream from the live and they will cut to the thing. So they told me कि आप तो wicket गिरेगा आप चिल्लाओगे. I said automatic चिल्लाऊंगा. He said हमको पता लग जाएगा बॉल होने के पहले हम लाइव काट देंगे. अब ready हो जाना. This was our plan. In fact, one of the producers now works for Jio.
Yeah.
So this was our plan. Mone got out LBW to Bhaji. I shouted and we went live. This is exactly what happened.
Incredible. You know, sometimes, and these are the stories that are mostly not covered, but sometimes the stories in the press box are just, if not more interesting
I
than
said
what
it
is
because she
happening on
told
the
me
field.
she wants to write the backstage.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's why I said this story.
Yes, yes. I went around, I brought my camera today and went around capturing everyone, what's everyone doing. So, you know, capturing
unbelievable
what's never
testing.
captured. But what I wanted to talk about was, we're talking about return of South Africa day before yesterday, 20 years, 2 decades of not playing cricket, and then return to Eden Gardens. Now they're back again. Return of Test cricket to Eden Gardens, but also return of Rishabh Pant. And what I wanted to say was, we've been following Rishabh Pant for some while now, and today visibly for at least 10 seconds I could not recognize who it was batting in the nets, and then that's Rishabh Pant. He looks so much leaner. His
He was
physique
saying, both of you
has
give me a Rishabh Pant
completely
update. Come on,
changed.
give me a Rishabh Pant update.
He looks fitter than ever. I have never seen Rishabh Pant this lean in my life.
I was watching the India A game, Devashish. I was watching Rishabh Pant bat with Dhruv Jurel the other day. And so I'll tell you 2 balls. This was the over before lunch. Left arm spinner bowling. Rishabh Pant moves to the 6 stump outside off and tries to play that paddle. Appeal for LBW, obviously not out because it was outside the line. And the commentator was like, what is he trying to do? He had actually, so he's batting like this. He moves ahead like this. He goes towards the off stump and is lying down and trying to play the paddle. So obviously he made a mess of himself and he was on the floor and all that happened. Next ball, he does the same, he hits the 4.
That's Rishabh Pant for you.
Rishabh Pant, just this India A game.
Yeah.
And I was like, clearly this guy is back. So I was watching only to watch him bat. And Dhruv Jurel and Rishabh Pant had a nice little partnership after lunch. Rishabh got out. But Rishabh Pant is someone who I will pay my money for and come and watch.
Any day. But for me, what really impressed was the way he batted today in the nets. He looked very confident because just to start with, he just went in the middle, just next to the main wicket, and he took throwdowns, and then when he faced the likes of Bumrah and obviously Akashdeep, he was just middling the ball. And also he had a long chat with Gautam Gambhir. So clearly with this added responsibility, you want the best out of Rishabh Pant. Yes, and
Akashdeep खेलेगा कि नहीं खेलेगा? पीयूष शाह.
आकाशदीप नहीं आकाशदीप खेलने का कोई चांसेस नहीं है. At least what we felt is that Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj, if India goes in with in all probability India will go in with 2 pacers in Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj. What happened?
No, he just came.
Okay, Dikshita, there's a super chat. Boria brilliantly said VK and Ro will play Australia. Both want to play World Cup 27. Spot on when fans were tense. Kindly get update on VK and Vijay Hazare. Will he play? Now this guy is pushing the thing a little bit and is making his way to get a slap from me.
Oh no.
So
But anyway, yes.
So to answer Dikshita's question, Vijay Hazare Trophy or domestic cricket is now being made a compulsion by the selectors and the management. So whether it is Vijay Hazare or whether it is some other domestic, both Rohit and Virat will have to play that. It will be their call, but they will have to turn up for domestic cricket, and it's good for them. Are you asking me, will I see them going ahead? I have said this to you 100 times and I'm saying it again. If they are performing, there's no one who can drop a player. It is the player's decision to put his or her hand up and say, I will make myself available for selection. Let the selector drop him. Virat and Rohit have done enough to merit selection for the next couple of series. And if they've performed in Australia, I don't see them not performing on home soil against New Zealand and South Africa. I hope I'm abundantly clear, Dikshita. World Cup 27, they want to play. Otherwise, clearly there was no reason for them to turn up for 3 games in Australia. Makes no sense. You've achieved everything in your life, right? So for 3 games, why would you put yourself under that pressure? And now that they've delivered, they know that they have the game. If they are able to continue, to join Korbi. Acha, Berochi. Acha, Shubhayan is also there. So he is just finished his Hindi live and will be part of us. So you, as you can see, huge team here. Trisha will be here. Amit Shah was doing the show. He's come from Mumbai. So Amit Shah was there with Shubhayan. Trisha will be here. Shomik is flying down from Mumbai tonight. He will be doing the match. We have Ashok flying out from Dubai tomorrow to join us day after. So we'll have an 8-9 member Rev Sports team covering this test match for all our streams. Hindi will be largely Shubhayan, Rohit, Gargi and I will double up. Bangla will be Shomik, Devashish, Mohor, Shoujani, myself. And English will be Gargi, myself and Ashok. So plenty of coverage. Shubhayan, quickly your comment. Based on what you've seen today, Team 11, the debate was Kuldeep or Akshar Patel. Devashish said Akshar Patel.
But what I have,
I said
by the way,
Kuldeep.
Nitish Kumar Reddy has been released.
Yeah, so
he will play. He's flying to Rajkot. He will play the India game.
Nice.
He might not play tomorrow since tomorrow is the match, but in the next games he will play. But after having a word with someone, I think Kuldeep might get in place of Akshar Patel. They might go with 2 spin bowling all-rounders. They can be anyone. But I have a
Washington and Jaddu.
Washi Jaddu, they will give you a different type of variety. And Kuldeep is what
That's what I said. Devashish said Akshar. So that's the debate.
That's what I just had a word with someone. So that's what I've been saying. Another team, I think the entire 11 picks it.
So no Akashdeep on home side.
No. Akashdeep, unfortunate. Now it remains to be seen whether they will release him to play the Ranji squad.
That's what we were talking when
Ranji
you
team.
do the interview day after. Sorry, on the 15th or 16th, wherever it is.
So yeah.
So by the way, we will cover that also. Huh? Because we will get Shubhayan to cover the domestic also. If all of us are here, we will release Shubhayan from the test match.
that stadium is walking distance.
Correct. So we will release Shubhayan and he can cover the domestic also with Shami there. We want to watch Shami. So we'll give a first-hand update from Shubhayan on Riyan Parag, on Mohammad Shami. If Akashdeep plays, Akashdeep. So it will be a really good one. Last 5 minutes of the show? Yeah, you go for it. You have to. He's got to go back to Kalyani again.
और इधर होगा You continue.
ওর কার্ডটা সর্ট আউট করতে হবে এখনো আসেনি একবার জিজ্ঞেস করে নে একবার জিজ্ঞেস করে নিতে হবে ওকে সো লাস্ট 5 minutes on the show what is the update you guys have give people because everyone will want to know India practice time South Africa practice time what is the itinerary for tomorrow both of you please
Okay, so back to a morning practice session for the Indian team tomorrow. Today was the only full-fledged practice session before the first test match, so tomorrow will be an optional one. So don't expect the entire squad to turn up like you saw in the first, or rather yesterday, the kind of turnout that you saw. Only a handful of players, 6 to 7 players yesterday turning up, so it will be similar to that. But match day -1, so you will have a press conference after the practice session. So that's the Indian team itinerary, and then South Africa practices in the afternoon at 1:30 p.m. So that's it.
some astrologer has said something historic will happen have you heard that
Yeah, I in fact, I tweeted, if I'm not wrong, I have reposted this tweet.
some astrologer has said that unprecedented historic will happen in this test match
It has always been.
Someone scores a 400 run or
I
something.
don't see that happening. But
somebody is also saying repeat the South African 11 can you do that
As long
yeah,
as we're all
I
safe,
can. Just Kargi, hold
I
on.
have no problem with anything historic happening. As
Urvashi
long as
Rao,
I'm
does it
not
look like
involved in
Mama
it.
and Boria are fitted than before? The secret is Gargi Rao giving us complex, don't eat too much. Today I did not even finish my food. I hope you watched that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
just Kargi, can you just go through the
Okay.
South African playing 11? Likely playing 11.
Likely playing 11 is Aiden Markram, Ryan Rickelton, Dee Zorzi or Tristan Stubbs, Temba Bavuma, Deval Brevis, I forgot the pronunciation.
Kyle
again.
Verena.
Kyle Verena, Muthuswamy, Hamar, Marco Janssen, Kagiso Rabada, and Keshav Maharaj. This is the likely playing 11.
Gargi, bring Dewald Brevis interview into Rev Sports. Let him go to Pretoria. We'll get
Bilkul.
Saurav Ganguly to get us Dewald Brevis for an interview
100%.
once it's South Africa T20.
Yeah, then we can do it.
Of course we can
Abhi
do
mat
it.
mango.
अभी मत मांगना अभी तो टेस्ट खेलेगा यार अभी कैसे मांग सकते हो
And day before yesterday, when the South African team turned up, Saurav Ganguly, he went in to have a look at the wicket. You know, he was only interested in two South African cricketers, Dewald Brevis and Keshav Maharaj. He did not have a word with any South African cricketer
Who?
except the two.
Who?
Pretoria Capitals player, Dewald Brevis and Keshav Maharaj.
Yeah, so he's doing his job
Yes, and someone even also gave a caption. Maharaj means Maharaj.
today morning he and I were chatting about the Dalmia conclave tomorrow which Mr. Gavaskar is speaking on. So he was telling me about the show flow, basically briefing me. I have to host it for him. So I said, so where are you? He said, no, I am just attending the Pretoria Capitals, the South Africa T20 launch. And then 10 minutes later, I see he's actually on a Zoom link talking about that. I said, boss, how many multitasking things are you doing? So he said, no, I've apportioned my time. Morning this, afternoon Eden Gardens. Unbelievable. But credit to him. He's made this match vibrant again.
Absolutely.
People, credit to him.
Please go through Boriada's article
Hello.
today. Yeah, please go through Boriada's article. He
Again,
actually
Dikshita.
wrote about
Agree
it.
with you 100%, but question is, take this. VK playing VHT, what is your update?
Vijay Hazare Trophy. Yeah, it all depends on how.
No, but I'm told domestic cricket is a very likely possibility.
He might play.
Well, then every state association will have to ramp up their security and open up more stands. Yes. That will be the thing that it's going to be a lot of extra work for the state associations if Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli play.
Shomik Chakraborty had done a story on 4th October
Oh,
for Rev Sports which suggested that these two will play. Today morning I was having a chat with Shomik at 7:45 and Shomik said his information is they will play. Shomik is coming. Dikshita, I don't do regular reporting anymore. So if you ask me, I'll find out and tell you. That's no problem. But Shomik is the on-field reporter who is covering this story. So he will be coming to Kolkata for the test match by tonight. I will definitely get you the exact update. But if you go check Rev Sports, I think Devendra Pandey has done a story for Indian Express today as the first page bottom anchor. But Shomik had done the story on 4th October saying that Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma are most likely to play VHT. So Shomik has been tracking this story. So he is the on-ground reporter. I would leave it to him to give you the more exact update than me. But my understanding and whoever I have spoken to suggests to me that they will play domestic cricket.
on that
I think
note,
we should finish it.
Yeah, let's just check if there's any more. Doesn't seem like it.
बोलता है एस्ट्रोलॉजी को इग्नोर नहीं करना चाहिए.
नहीं करना चाहिए बिल्कुल सही.
Boryada, I was
That's it,
standing
that-
next to you right now, but didn't get the opportunity to take a selfie. Why did you not? You should have.
Okay.
But
On
I
that
hope
note.
you to get that on match day. Yeah. If you're coming for a test match, my hand is up to take any number of selfies. Anyone who watches test cricket means you're a genuine cricket fan. Yes, please.
100%. No, I was just closing the show.
हाँ, खत्म करो.
Okay, on that note, we'll be back tomorrow morning. First video comes up at 10 a.m. So don't forget to join us then. From the India practice session, I will be here, Debashish will be here, Shubhayan will be here, Shomik will be here, all of us. So don't forget to join us very soon. Thank you so much.